Police hunt for Georgia couple filmed beating a restaurant owner and her teen daughter. Look at that freak on the side. Police are reportedly searching for Nathaniel Eric Smith and Latasha M. Smith of Georgia after security footage captured them savagely beating a restaurant owner and her 15-year-old daughter. According to AZ Family, the restaurant owner, Jeanette Norris, claims the attack began after the couple complained about their chicken being cold and there not being enough fries with their meal. After a discussion, Latasha can be seen in the surveillance footage, which has gone viral, punching and slapping Jeanette in the face repeatedly. Several seconds into this, Jeanette's daughter can be seen confronting Latasha, at which point Nathaniel punches her in the face, knocking her backwards. Bystanders can be seen rushing to check on Jeanette and her daughter. According to AZ Family, police say the attack, which left Jeanette with a broken nose and her daughter severely bruised with a concussion, was completely unprovoked. I've been here, 41 years to 30 of them as chief. The outlet quotes Chief James Godfrey of the Baxley Police Department as stating, "I have never seen anything like this. I've never heard of anything like this. The security camera footage that we put out tells it all. That's just pure brutality." According to the Daily Mail, Nathaniel Eric Smith and Latasha M. Smith remain on the run. The vehicle they escaped in following the crime is a cream or silver-colored 2007 Cadillac Escalade with the license plates REU 8495. Police say they also have access to two other vehicles, a silver 2004 Cadillac DeVille PVK 5483 and a green 1996 Cadillac DeVille BXQ 1673. There are active warrants of aggravated battery and cruelty to children out on the couple, the Daily Mail states. Let's take a look.
Thank you, David. Video of a couple now attacking a mother and daughter in Appling County has gone viral, and police searching South Georgia looking for the pair. Our Dow Kennedy has been in Baxley today and joins us live from police headquarters there. Dow, what are police saying about this incident?
Mike, believe it or not, some of them are still struggling with the words to describe this attack, and when you leave veteran lawmen speechless, you may have struck a new low. We're going to take a look at that video in just a second. This all started at the Quick Chick restaurant, a takeout stand next to US 1. Owner Jeanette Norris tells me that it started when a couple ordered two meals. They complained the chicken was cold and they didn't get enough fries. The owner checked the food, and after more discussion, the woman attacks the owner and slaps and punches her in the face. The owner's 15-year-old daughter comes out of the truck nearby, and that's when the man punches the girl in the face, literally knocks her off her feet. The couple drives away as the two other customers have arrived, and police call this assault completely unprovoked.
Now, I've been working here for, 41 years, been chief right at 30. To be honest, I ain't never seen nothing like this. Had never heard of nothing like this.
The woman suffered a broken nose. The daughter suffered bruises and a concussion. And plenty of WTOC viewers saw that video, and they contacted Baxley Police with information about the two people. Based on that, they are looking for Eric and Latasha Smith from Savannah. And we have their photos and information on our website, WTOC.com, as well as description of one of several vehicles they could be driving. We have that information for you online. Please take a look at it. Now, coming up on D News at 6, guys, I sat down with those two victims. You will hear their description of that attack and why that attack makes so little sense to them. We'll have that coming up on D News and a live report, D News at 6. In Baxley, Dow Candy.
Don't we take a look? This video getting close to 200,000 views on our WTOC Facebook page. Baxley police searching for those 2 assault suspects. Today, Bureau Chief Dow Kennedy sat down with the victims of this brutal attack. And Dow, what do they have to tell you?
David, they say being in their business, they get dissatisfied customers from time to time, but never anything resembling what happened to them.
Jeanette Norris's broken nose tells only part of the story. She says 2 customers at her Quick Chick stand Thursday complained their food was cold. After a few minutes back and forth, Jeanette says she refunded their money, but
she went berserk. She just lost it. Him and her both started cussing and beating on the window.
Norris came outside to tell them police were on the way when the woman started punching and slapping her in the face. What Jeanette couldn't see as she staggered back inside was her daughter getting out of the truck to help.
One of my employees started shouting, "He's got her, he's got her." And that's when I found out that he had hit her. Who does that to a child? Who turns around and hits her like he would a grown man?
That's
He
disgraceful.
needs putting up under the jail.
Even veteran officers like Baxley's police chief say they've never seen an unprovoked attack like this.
Camera surveillance footage that we put out tells it all. I mean, it's just brutality.
The suspects in the case, Eric and Latasha Smith, face several felony warrants. Chief Godfrey says they've been flooded by tips from WTOC viewers who recognize the 2, something that makes the Norrises grateful.
And you hear the old thing, what, the people don't want to get involved? They got involved.
Between Facebook and social media and you guys at WTOC, it is amazing the responses we've had from people.
And we have information on the Smiths, descriptions, as well as descriptions of vehicles they may be driving, 1 license plate. We've got all that on our website, WTOC.com. You can also check that video on that website as well as our Facebook page. Now, it's there. We are following this. We're staying in touch with Baxley Police, Appling County Sheriff's investigators are involved, as well as many other communities between here and Savannah. We are staying in touch with them, and as soon as there are changes in this case, we'll let you know. Live in Baxley, Dow Candy.
It was around 3:10. I had came back to check on the girls, and they were having a problem with one of the customers at the back window, and they tried to handle it. So I went. The guy was complaining about his chicken being cold and about there was only 10 fries in the box. So my girls tried and tried and tried. Well, there was plenty of fries in the box, and I actually picked up a piece of the chicken and broke it open, and the chicken was not cold. So I walked back there to get him the feel of it, to check it, and he said, well, my chicken was cold. And I said, this is your chicken. And it just went from one thing to the other. So we refunded him the money, but I told him, you know, he couldn't come back to the chicken place after that. And he said a few choice words and said, I won't be back. And then when I gave her the money and went to shut the door, her hand was partly in the door or the window, and she went berserk. She just lost it. Him and her both started cussing and beating on the window. So we just walked away, and then the next thing I knew, they were at the front doing the same thing. And we had already called the police, and I told them, I said, the police are on their way. And they said they didn't care and said a few more choice words. And then he went this way, and she walked around this side of the building. And I just went to the door, and I said, that was real manly of you. And we exchanged some words, and he actually was halfway to his vehicle when she came around the building and jumped on me. And he tried, actually, if you look at the video, he tried to pull her back. But then my daughter saw what was happening. She was sitting in the truck, and she jumped out to try to help me, and he just turned around and looked at her and just laid her out, just like she was a full-grown man standing there. So that's the reason.
Had something like this happen?
No, sir. I mean, we've had, you know, a few problems every now and then. I can probably count them on one hand, the customers that we've got that's, you know, been rowdy. But nothing like this. Never dreamed that would happen.
I mean, you refunded the money, even when you probably could argue with it.
Yep. I actually could have refused it because the chicken was not cold. But normally, you know, if they just keep on and on and on, that's what we tell them. But we do ask them not to come back. And I found out later on from my employees that the guy's been coming for months, and found out from them that for the last 5 or 6 times that he's come up here, he's always found something to complain about or give them a hard time about. And if I had known that, he would have already been asked not to come back. But I never expected anything like this to happen. Yeah, it is amazing. Between Facebook and social media and you guys at WTOC, it is amazing the responses we've had from people. We have no idea who they are. But I have people walk up to me today, I don't even know who they are, talking about they're praying for us and they're so sorry it happened, and it's amazing how people are responding to this. Video tells it all, but when he laid her down, that was the breaking point right there.
Say, which one are you more mad about? Her on you or him on her?
Him on her, because she's 15. Who does that to a child? Who turns around and hits her like he would a grown man? He needs putting up under the jail.
That's
She
true.
was in my truck, and I never imagined that she would have come out. But I got back in the chicken place and closed the door because I was bleeding everywhere. And then one of my employees started shouting, "He's got her, he's got her." And that's when I found out that he had hit her.
You were blind, you were basically blind to see
Yeah.
what was going on.
But I didn't know the impact of what he had done to her until I watched the video this morning, and I lost it. She kept telling me that she thought he had just elbowed her because she doesn't remember it. But the video tells it all.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. But this is like totally unbelievable with this reaction over some chicken and fries that they just actually didn't want to pay for. Look at her, how fast she starts. Disgraceful. Unbelievable. Let us know what you think again, and thank you for watching.